Hey guys, I am here with all the ladies from our scrap bin, and we are showing you how we are using scraps. I am using the Heidi Swapp Carefree collection, and I am using up branding strips today. So all of these strips that you're seeing are all the manufactured strips that you have to cut off of all of your single sheet papers. So I'm using a pattern paper for the background from this collection, and then I'm using the branding strips, and then I'm using a couple of scraps to back my photos. Now, all I have left in this collection are stickers. So you'll see how I use only stickers to complete this layout. And right now I'm inking up the branding strips with some gray Distress Oxide ink. And that really just makes them pop up off the page really nicely. And I really like the dimension it gives by inking the edges. So before I glue all of these down, I am going to get out a background stamp and add a little interest underneath these strips. And I absolutely love how this turns out. Now, when we get to this part, if you don't have a background stamp, you could use a stencil, you could use anything. You could use splattering, the splattering technique, the packaging technique, any of those ideas to kind of have the same effect that I got with my stamp. So this Heidi Swapp collection is one of my absolute favorite collections of all time. I have used up all of the ephemera, all of the tags, everything in the ephemera packs gone. The only thing I have are some stickers, and I do have a few more sheets of pattern paper. But if you love this collection, and maybe you don't even have never seen it before, check out my little scrapbook store. This is an older collection, but she still has some left in her shop, and I will leave a link to that below. It is just absolute. It's such a versatile collection. I've used it for so many different types of layouts, for beachy layouts, just home layouts, outdoor layouts. I mean, you name it, there are so many things you can do with this collection. So here's my background stamp. I have had this in my stash for many, many years. I believe it's a stamp from Spellbinders, which I really didn't even know they made stamps, but they must have at one point. I'm just kind of trying to cover the whole page without like stamping. I'm trying not to stamp over what I've already stamped. Now, obviously, if you do, you're never going to be able to see it because these are going to be covered up by strips. You're only going to see the stamping kind of peeking out through, from the background. So I'm going to stamp not the whole page, basically just the middle section of the page. And I love this background paper because it's a ledger paper, and those are some of my favorite pattern papers to use as a background using ledger, because you can get everything nicely lined up, and I just really love that style of paper to use as a background. Okay. So I'm going to start laying out my strips and decide if I need to add a little bit more inking at the top. And I'm just trying to disperse. I only have 2 of those rainbow strips, rainbow branding strips, and 2 of these white ones. So I want to just make sure I have those kind of evenly distributed in the page. So there's some balance. So that's all I'm keeping in mind, is not keeping, those items together. So there are several other ladies who join me in this monthly hop that we do, which is the 15th of every month, where we are using our scraps. And their links will be below. Now, not every month does every lady participate. We all have super busy schedules. So when I set up this hop, I wanted it to be pretty relaxed, not stressful. So There may only be a couple links below, or there may be more, but definitely check them out. I really love watching how everyone uses their scraps. I mean, we all have them, right? I have huge scrap bins in my scrapbook room. I divide them by color. In this layout, I decided to pull a collection and use scraps from a particular collection. Sometimes I go straight to my color sorted scraps and make layouts straight from that. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and finish laying down these strips. I'm almost done here. And when we get to the embellishing, it's going to go pretty quickly because I only have stickers left. I've used up all the ephemera. I don't know if I may have already said this, but I've used up all the ephemera. So all you're going to see is me using stickers. And I really love how it turns out. I love the colors. I think the colors go really nicely with the colors, the color tones in the photos. And yeah, just giving you an idea of how you can use up your branding strips. And I really think inking the edges is a key part of this layout. Okay, so I'm going to pull out my photos. I have 2 photos. I'm actually using the same photo twice on the layout. I'm using it as a 4x6 and as a 3x4. Now, the reason why I'm doing that is because I had printed them in both sizes because I wasn't sure what size to use. And then I love the photo so much that I'm like, you know what? I'm going to use both of them. And I'm really glad I did. I just think it looks so cute. Okay, here's the 4x6. And then I'm going to pull out the 3x4. So I'm going to kind of layer them up sort of in this fashion. And here's this really beautiful cloud paper. And I'm going to back the 4x6 with that cloud paper. And then I'm going to back the 3x4 with another paper. And you will notice, maybe not in the process, but in the close-up pictures, you'll notice the piece of paper that I used to back the 3x4, it's not even large enough to back the whole photo, but I don't care. I just needed a little bit of color to pop out from behind there. And so stay tuned for the close-up so you can see what that looks like, because I really think it looks good. You don't have to back the entire perimeter of your photo to get the effect that you're looking for. I did also pop up that 3x4 photo. You can see there in the top right corner, there's no pattern paper there because it just wasn't big enough to cover it. So I did pop up that 3x4 photo also on foam just to add a little more interest. And now I'm going through the sticker sheet and I'm cutting out the stickers that I know I probably want to use. Doing it this way by cutting them out, it allows me to move them around the page and decide where I want to use them. So you see those chevron stickers? I'm going to add those to the bottom and just kind of fill in that gap there below the photo and have those chevrons pointing to that 3x4 picture. And I really love that. It brings out the colors in the rainbow paper and kind of brings it down to that side of the paper. Now that's a sticker, that big label sticker, and my plan was to tuck it underneath that photo up there, kind of as a base for a photo cluster. You'll find I don't end up keeping it there. And the reason being is because I didn't like bringing in the black. Once I had that there, I had no other black in this layout, and I didn't feel I wanted to add any black. There really isn't even any very much black or anything like that in the photo. So you'll see what I decide to do here shortly. I found this puffy sticker. It says Together. It's a kind of a glitter sticker. I put it down there thinking, oh, that's a really pretty color. It goes well with the color palette of the layout, but it was too big and it didn't pop enough. It was hard to read. So I decided to take that off and find something different for the title. And I'm just going through my thicker stash like all of my word thickers or any of those stickers that have phrases. And I find this one, it's gold, and it says, "Love lives here." How perfect is that? I just feel like that pretty much tells the story of this photo, where I don't even really need journaling on this page. And then on the same sticker sheet, there's a little sticker that says, they're gold stickers as well, and they say, "Stay cozy." And you'll see what I do with that in just a moment. So now that I'm adding gold to the layout, I'm going to want to make sure I add gold to all my clusters, and you'll see how I do this as well in just a minute. So I would love to see, I'd love to see how people use up their scraps. So, gosh, I should have done a hashtag or something with this. I need to do this. I need to figure that out. I've never really learned how to do that whole hashtag thing. So the nice thing about putting these love lives here is we've got ledger paper, so it's super easy to line it up there on the bottom. And I'm sorry, I tend to take a little bit of time when lining up my letters because I can never get them straight, of course. So let's see here. Yeah, and you're going to see also in one of my clusters, it's going to seem a little bit wordy, but I just feel like it worked anyway. You see that "Stay Cozy"? I was thinking about putting it on that label, but it really didn't stand out. And at this point, I still want to use the label, and I put it there. And now I'm going to add "Stay Cozy" right onto the photo. And that's when I thought, this isn't looking right with the label. Not only does it kind of take away from the "Stay Cozy," because the black kind of contrasts with the, competes with the black, with the gold, I mean, I end up pulling off that sticker. I love how that "Stay Cozy" looks on that empty space of the photo. It just looks so pretty. And then right here, after I do this, is where I'm going to realize I don't want that sticker there. I'm pretty sure. Yep. Here it comes. And instead, I'm going to use some stickers and do a little cluster there at the top that I like much, much better. So I've got my triangle of clusters here. It's not majorly embellished. I've got my title down there, and I'm not going to do anything more with the title. And I'm going to consider that one embellishment cluster. Then I've got this one up here. This is going to be my second cluster. And then to the right of the photo, kind of in that corner spot where the photos meet, I'm going to do my third cluster there. So I liked how that looked up there, but I wanted to bring that kind of rust color that's in one of the chevrons below the photo up to the top. So what I did is use a label sticker, a round label sticker, and kind of just tucked it back there to bring a little bit of that color to the top of the page. And here's where I have all my little words. And typically I don't like to add so many wordy things in one cluster, but for whatever reason, I really loved how this works. So I put "Living My Best Life," and then this green sticker, here's the "Love This," that's in gold, so I'm bringing some gold up there, and then "Favorite Moment." And they all kind of snuggle and tuck right into that "Living My Best Life" sticker, and I really love how that looks. This round sticker says XOXO, and I wanted that because everything in that cluster was very square. So bringing in that round sticker, I think balances it out a little bit. I'm going to add the gold puffy heart to the top to bring some gold there. And then I'm going to add just a gold heart sticker to the cluster to the right. And that is going to finish my layout. Hope you'll stick around from the screenshots, and definitely hit the like button if you enjoyed the video, and I would love for you to subscribe as well. I hope you all have a great afternoon, and if you have any questions regarding this process, please leave them in the comments below. Thanks, guys. Have a great day.